All right, what's up, Wallet Monkeys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm gonna actually answer a question from the comment section. So new segment that we're gonna be doing here, I guess from now on, is I just realized that a lot of times when somebody asks a great question in the comment section, it would just be easier if I shot a video about it, right? So if you're asking great questions underneath our videos, like this one, get business credit with bad credit, 1,000 views, those are bad numbers. Let's pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers, guys, okay? Let's get some views on this. Let's get some likes, some shares. But anyways, if you're commenting something that maybe it's gonna take me too long to answer, or I just like it and I wanna shoot it into a dedicated video because these are just common questions that we're still getting, well, there you go. This is your shot. So make sure that you're commenting on our videos if you're not already. Great content. Are there any business credit cards with pre-approvals besides the GM business credit card? This is actually a really common question that we still get asked. Also, are there any that are not new account sensitive? Thanks in advance. Okay, so, and it's weird that his reply isn't showing. I don't know what's going on with that, but I'll pull it from like my YouTube dashboard. But this is a really great question. So let's cover this one at a time. Are there any business credit cards with pre-approvals? Not really. The GM business credit card is one. Amex sometimes turns on pre-approvals for their business cards, but for the most part, the answer is no. Now, on the personal loan side, on the SBA side, on the loan financing, commercial type stuff, all of the bigger loans on the back end of an actual business that's up and running and making money, all of those, for the most part, are a pre-qualification process. And then they're gonna basically push you out to their pool of vendors or themselves, right? So they're gonna kind of fish you out to them. And then whoever comes back with offers, they're gonna present you with the offers, and then you get to decide. And then after you've decided and you're going through the document process, that's usually when they hard pull. And so they're always gonna be hard pulling your personal credit. So we have to have good FICOs on the personal side. Above 685 is usually the norm because they're gonna be pulling our personal credit to get business credit cards, to get business funding of any sort. For a situation like this, there might be some fintech stuff that will allow you to link up your bank account, and it's not gonna hard pull you, and there's really nothing else that they need outside of you linking up your bank account. But understand, you're gonna have to show earnings, right? You're gonna have to show $4,000, $8,000, or $10,000 or more per month. So if you are doing that, well then just about dang near every single fintech is now an option on the table for credit cards or credit related products. But you could take a couple other routes, I guess is my point with this. So let's cover those now. We have the getting credit funding for the LLC itself, because if we just click on over here, the answer that they're not showing is Carla's response. I have an LLC that I started 20 years ago, but I just revived it this year. GM offered me a paltry $1,000. I don't think that's worth the hard pull. I agree. You could lock down your TransUnion after accepting it, and they might not pull it at all. But that'd be up to you. I personally just wouldn't even bother. He wants to have multiple. All FICO scores are good, and I have multiple high limit personal credit cards, so I thought I'd get at least 15,000. Unfortunately, I acquired 6 new personal credit cards and 5 new inquiries in the last 6 months before I discovered business credit. So a few different options here, and then we'll talk about their specific case. So I can go sole proprietor credit, which works off of my social security number. I use my personal address. I use my stated income for the personal income side, and then I use projected income for the business. So this is almost like for a side hustle person or an Uber driver, or essentially somebody who's got some sort of side hustle, right? And so I could go that route. If that's the case, then everything's up for grabs in general. Of course, not for their profile, but everything's up for grabs. Amex, Chase, Bank of America, all the big banks are up for grabs. And then the second route is doing the same thing, but just under the LLC. So again, like you gotta understand is these big banks are just working off of stated income for your personal side and projected income for the business if it's brand new. Now, if it's been showing earnings year after year and you've been filing taxes, you need to work off the taxes that you're filing or thereabouts. So understand that that's how that's gotta be played on that front. Now, if you had a dormant LLC and you just started using it, I don't know if you haven't filed taxes yet and we're in like this first year of kind of kicking it back off, well then you could work off of projected income technically. Another thing is you've got 6 new accounts and 5 new inquiries, so you're already over the threshold for what Chase would want to see. You maybe could talk to a business relationship manager and see what they say. Like if you went in and set up a Chase checking account and maybe deposited $1,000, somewhere between $1,000 to $10,000, and then talked with them, maybe they could do something for you. I don't know. That being said, is you've got a bunch of other options. Like you said, you got some high limit cards on the personal side. Well, is any of that in Amex or Bank of America, US Bank, any of these Wells Fargo, any of these other ecosystems that now we have a relationship with, we can go in on the business side. It's always gonna go like that. Please remember that, is we're trying to build a relationship on the personal side so that we can go in on the business side later. So any bank that you've got an existing relationship with, you can go back and tap in. especially now that you kind of lost the Chase play because, again, the too many new accounts, is, what credit unions are you in? Do they offer business credit products? Navy Fed, Penn Fed, USAA, any other of the 5,400 credit unions in the United States, do they offer business products? Start to see what options you might have there. That would be my suggestion. And then get a big pile of them or a big list of them put together in terms of which cards you could go for, which banks, et cetera, and then start to filter it down from there. What bureaus do they pull? Which ones do we really want? How do they fit into your needs for the business, for traveling, for buying supplies, et cetera. And of course, go from there, make your decision. So anyways, I hope that helps not only Carla, but anyone watching. Thank you so much for the great comment. And like I said, comment on these videos if you want to be featured in a future video. Who knows, we might just pull yours and make a dedicated video about it. So that's all I got for you in this one. Comment below if you got something to say. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Hey, you should subscribe. 60% of you are not subscribed yet, right there. Okay, bye.